What is up, guys? We have our first wager battle of the battle series. This one's a wager for if I win, I get a shiny Bisharp, and if he wins, he gets a shiny Speed Boost Scolipede. So let's enjoy the battle. So he's going into his Skarmory first. I actually predicted him to do that, but I thought that he might go for a flying type attack, so I didn't bother to use it. But I should have started off with my Darmanitan to get rid of this thing, because this thing could prove costly because of the stealth rock and that. So I go into my Rexilius, also known as Tyrantrum, to try deal with it, but so he goes for the spikes. Spikes do scratch around all around my feet. I go for the Dragon Claw. It doesn't really do that much damage. So the Skarmory also has leftovers, so it gets its health back. I go for the Head Smash, which I should have done in the beginning, and does decent amount of damage, less than half. In fact, that's less than decent. He Whirlwinds me out, so I go into my Greninja, my shiny Greninja, which I was actually going to offer him in the beginning, but he said that he had one, so I offered him Scolipede. Of course, I got hurt by the storms and spikes, but since I'm a water type, the storms won't really do that much damage to me. I was only just scared about my Darmanitan because of the storms. My main Pokemon, my mascot, every thumbnail I have is in my thumbnails. So I go for the Hydro Cannon, and it manages to KO that, what was it? Skarmory, shiny Skarmory. So he's going into his Mega Kangaskhan and goes for, I believe it was Fake Out First Move. Yeah, Fake Out First Move. So that actually does a ton of damage, and then I just get one more attack to use on this thing. So because I had to recharge, he went for Sucker Punch, which actually I did not like, because I was trying to get as much damage by going for the Hydro Cannon again, but I couldn't do that much. My Greninja fainted, so I went into my Darmanitan because I have superpower on it, so I can actually do a lot of damage to this Kangaskhan and potentially KO it. So my Darmanitan comes in, goes for the superpower, and the Mega Kangaskhan actually faints and gets KO'd in one shot. So, but my attack and defense fell. So that's goodbye, Mega Kangaskhan. So he goes into his own shiny Greninja, except mine is female and his is male. Of course I switch out. Of course, why would I stay in? It's Greninja. I'm scared it might have Hydro Cannon. I don't think it has Hydro Cannon actually. So we actually went for Hydro Pump, not Cannon. So Pump. So he withdrew his Greninja because he knows I'm Grass type. I don't know why I didn't Mega Evolve this Pokemon in the first place, because I'd be Dragon and be resisting that Fire type. I go for the Leaf Blade because I was trying to use that on Greninja in the beginning, but he switched out and didn't do much. So I go into my Sceptolite so I can use the powered up Earthquake and potentially KO this thing. It outspeeds me and go for the Heat Wave. It's a good thing I Mega, because then it would have KO'd me because of my defense. But I managed to do just enough damage to just enough bulkiness to survive, and he has just enough bulkiness to survive as well. But it was not the bulkiness; it was actually the weakness policy which did it for him. So he goes for the Dark Pulse, which obviously KOs me, and that's goodbye Mega Sceptile for me. But I think my next one's Rexilius because of the rock. Yeah, it's Rexilius. Did Rexilius KO? We'll see. So, of course, the stones and the spikes come and try to hurt my Rexilius. He goes for the Solar Beam, and I actually did not think about that. That he has a Solar Beam. I actually have a Ninetales. I might actually use it in my next match. So, he has the Ninetales, which actually KOs my Rexilius. Fortunately, I go into my Ninjask. I just went into this, even though it's weak, it's just that I have a lot of speed on this thing. I think this is the fastest Pokemon, not counting Deoxys speed form. counting the speed boost that this Pokemon has, I think it's too good, too good. So cause I'm faster, I got to KO that Ninetales. Sorry if my camera's not positioned right. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, so he goes into his Greninja. And I went for the X Scissor, which actually does a ton of damage and KOs his Greninja in one shot. So at this point, I'm thinking this is game, set, and match. This match is going to be mine. I'm going to win. He can't come back from this. Impossible. No one can come back from this. He goes into his Bishop, and I'm thinking, I don't really want to switch into my other Pokemon, so I just go and sack this Ninjask. I think my Ninjask was my real MVP because it KO'd Ninetales and also KO'd Greninja. Two very fast, deadly Pokemon. So I go into my Glade. Obviously, you know I'm going for the close combat to get that ×4 on his shiny Bishop. This is the shiny Bishop he was actually going to give me. I didn't actually give him a chance to use it. He just went for knockoff and then goodbye. He didn't get to use anything else because I'm justified my attack rolls, so I went for close combat, and that is surely a KO. 4 times affected, plus add plus attack onto that. It's obviously goodbye. So let's goodbye Bishop, and of course this is his last Pokemon. But this is in the bag. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. So he actually goes for the Protect to stall and see which move I'm going for. Of course he's a poison type, so I wanted to go for the psychic type move, I guess. It actually does. It was not super effective. I don't understand that, unless it's not very effective against ground. I'm not really sure. Cause psychic is super effective against poison. I don't understand. Like Gengar, psychic is super effective against Gengar, so. He goes for the dig, which actually ends up KOing me in the end, which is very disappointing, but I'm like, this is dangerous now because this thing has dig on my last Pokemon, which is Darmanitan. I actually used these two Pokemon in the layup because it came down to do or die right here. I actually made a mistake here by going for Zen Headbutt while he protected it. If only I went for Superpower, I would have got a lot more damage, but because he used he protected, this guy had the poison heal. When I went for Zen Headbutt, it did not do enough damage to KO it, which was really unfortunate, and I was locked in because I'm choice banded. So he goes for the dig, and obviously you know what that means. Goodbye Darmanitan. Game, set, match. Light has won. Congrats, and he has actually won my shiny Scolipede Speed with 6 IVs. I'm sure it's 6 IV, I'm not sure. I think it's 6 IV. Maybe. Well, never mind. I'm just gonna go and jump into the trade right now. This is actually, of course, voice recording, so I have the trade already set up. I recorded it when we first had the battle. So, goodbye. Good luck, Light. That was a nice match.